how the franchise evolves with Assassin's Creed Infinity. Assassin's Creed Infinity is not just a way to load up and play the new Assassin's Creed games, though that is part of it. Côté says that the franchise, which hasn't experimented with multiplayer much in the past, will do so under Assassin's Creed Infinity through a project called Invictus. There is not much known yet about how this will work, but the concept of multiplayer games is intriguing. He also makes a point to stress that Assassin's Creed Infinity will be less focused on just adding to the old games. Stacking extra content onto games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, while profitable, isn't what he wants the series to be known for. He, therefore, promises to expand the worlds of Assassin's Creed and make them less static and more malleable. So far, there is one game that's being released before Assassin's Creed Infinity. Assassin's Creed Mirage, releasing in 2023, is set in 9th century Baghdad and follows a mischievous street thief as he's brought into the Brotherhood. The game, according to Ubisoft, will act as a middle ground between the older and newer styles of the games, making it the perfect precursor to Assassin's Creed Infinity, the games of which strive to diversify the playstyles the franchise offers. We don't know when Ubisoft will launch the Assassin's Creed Infinity platform just yet. A Bloomberg report in July 2021, which confirmed the existence of Assassin's Creed Infinity, stated it is still years away from release. Later on, Bloomberg journalist Jason Schreier clarified this statement, telling us it's at least 3 years away. Ubisoft hasn't formally confirmed a release window, either. What it has suggested, however, is that we can expect it around the upcoming Assassin's Creed codename Red, which doesn't have a release date either but is likely still a few years away yet. In an interview with Eurogamer, Ubisoft's Marc-Alexis Côté said that the plan is for it to be available at the same time as Red. The idea is that while new Assassin's Creed games will still be available as separate boxed products, if you install them, the first thing you're going to see is the Infinity Hub, and that will launch Red or Hex. When Assassin's Creed Infinity launches, it looks like it could leave last-gen consoles behind. Speaking to VGC, Marc-Alexis Côté said, "We wanted to mark a change technologically and gameplay-wise as we're moving to a fully next-gen, or current-gen, I guess we call it, with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X." Assassin's Creed Infinity isn't really a new Assassin's Creed game, rather it serves as a new way to experience upcoming titles. Messaging around it hasn't exactly been clear, but things are finally starting to come into focus, and we have a good idea as to what Assassin's Creed Infinity will end up being. Described by Ubisoft's Marc-Alexis Côté as a platform or a hub, rather than a standalone game, Assassin's Creed Infinity is an evolution for the series which will change how players interact with the individual games within it. In a recent Ubisoft forward, a handful of future Assassin's Creed games like Assassin's Creed Mirage and Assassin's Creed Infinity were detailed. Ubisoft started to reveal a little bit more about Assassin's Creed Infinity, including some of the games that will launch on the platform and their settings. There is, however, still plenty we have to learn, such as when exactly Infinity will launch and what it will look like once it does. 2 games have already been announced as the first to be offered through Assassin's Creed Infinity. The first is one that comes long anticipated for fans, codename Red, which will take place in feudal Japan. While the specific story hasn't been confirmed by Ubisoft, the announcement art alone has sparked praise and excitement among fans. Assassin's Creed Infinity isn't a traditional Assassin's Creed game. Instead, it's being described as a platform or a hub, through which we'll be able to launch future Assassin's Creed games. It won't, however, be a standard game library, it'll be a sort of animus, with the standalone games presented as DNA memories that you can click into and play as you usually would. In an interview with IGN, executive producer Marc-Alexis Côté explained, however, that might not be the full extent of it, saying, "The version of Infinity that we launch will not be the final version of Infinity. It's something that will evolve through time as our experiences grow and we can connect them more together." So I think it opens up a world of possibilities as to what we can do that go far beyond being just a launcher for our different games. While it won't be a traditional game, Infinity will become the new home of the series' modern-day storyline, with new standalone games seemingly becoming uninterrupted leaps into the past. Côté told IGN that the way they tell the modern story will evolve with time, but revealed it's not about Desmond or Layla, and that the abstraction that we want people to have is, Infinity, is your animus. It is your DNA Explorer on your desktop. You are the main story character. The second game, set to release on Assassin's Creed Infinity, has even less public information than the first. Codename Hex is rumored to be set during the witch trials of 16th-century Europe and could be more horror-centric than Assassin's Creed games have been in the past. Neither Codename Hex nor Codename Red has a confirmed release date, but they will come after Assassin's Creed Infinity launches.